Hello there, it's Tania Gabrielle, Wealth Astro-Numerologist. Welcome to Star Codes. This is the show that we look at the Astrology and Numerology upcoming important events, and today's event is no exception. It's the Scorpio new moon happening on November 4th at 9:14 p.m. Universal Time. That is 4:14 p.m. Eastern New York and 1:14 p.m. Pacific LA. Now, this is an amazing period, the final 2 months of 2021, and this new moon in Scorpio is going to awaken a lot of your internal intuitive gifts. First of all, the date, November 4th, 2021, adds up to 11. 11 is called the psychic master in numerology. It's a double one, and it's the gateway of intuitive insights. Think of the double one as antenna coming from your head that is tuning in to the divine. So we have this amazing ability when 11 is activated to be in the moment, because that's where you have to be when you listen to your intuition. The listening, the tuning in to the station happens through extreme silence, listening, and the ability to move out of the way, take your mind out of the equation. So this is a water sign full moon, Scorpio. Scorpio is an intuitive sign. All water signs are, and Scorpio is attuned with Pluto. So the water sign is about empowerment through listening and not power over others. That's the paradigm we're moving away from, but empowerment from within. So you're not upholden, dependent on others. So basically, yes, we are all interrelated and supportive of each other, but nobody is meant to be power over you, taking your power away. So the only way to take a power away from you, by the way, and this is where the Scorpio new moon is going to be so important, is if you allow it to be taken. So there's got to be an abdication of power before the energy comes in to take it, because it's just energy. It has to go somewhere, right? So in this Scorpio new moon at 12 degrees Scorpio, this number is critical too, not just the 11 date, but the 12 degree is important because 12 is the number of the student of learning. We are all eternal students. And the flip side of 12, meaning the shadow side, is victim. So when you actually allow yourself to be used, being in servitude as opposed to being in service. So we are moving out of the servitude now, right? This is this new Aquarian age that has already started and will take some time to get going, is allowing us to truly tune into being of service to each other, right? As opposed to in servitude. So here's the thing. This new moon is at 12 degrees, but it is also opposite Uranus at 12 degrees in Taurus. Now this is huge because it sets the stage for the eclipses that are going to be starting this month that will now begin in Taurus, Scorpio. So every 18 months, the signs change as the lunar nodes move to the next set of signs. And the next set of signs are Taurus and Scorpio. So the first of those eclipses happens later this month in Taurus with the sun in Scorpio. So the fact that Uranus is at 12 degrees, exactly opposite this new moon at 12 degrees, shows that the awakening, the Aquarian awakening, Uranus rules Aquarius, is really in play. And that awakening is the freedom from fear. This is what Uranus governs, right? And because Taurus is all about the tangibles in our life that bring us joy, pleasure, anything to do with our values, what we value. It has to do with financial flow. It has to do with beauty and anything to do with just feeling comfortable, right? So here is Uranus coming in and saying, well, what feels comfortable? This could be something physical, could be something that allows you to feel better on a physical level. Taurus is an earth sign, but it can also mean something you really value, like an actual spiritual value that you have. So Uranus is shaking that up to begin with. And now in this opposition to the Scorpio new moon, which is all about empowerment from within, you're really being asked, well, what is it you value? Is it freedom, or is it still an attachment to an old paradigm because you've accepted, frequency-wise, that top-down linear way of living? We are now moving into a very different, much more mellifluous, feminine way of living, where the divine masculine and the divine feminine come together and are balanced. So, lots to uncover here. Scorpio gives the ability to both empower and give instructions, and also to intuit and allow feelings to come through. So it's a great gift when Scorpio arrives, because it's a very sensitive sign. It feels everything. It operates on this incredible instinct. Mars is the original ruler of Scorpio. Mars is the planet of instinct. And Pluto is the modern ruler. When Pluto was discovered, then Mars only became the ruler of Aries, but it is aligned with Scorpio. And Mars is in Scorpio during this new moon. So Mars is going to intensify this experience. Scorpio is a sign that observes everything and doesn't necessarily share what it has observed. It's very secretive. But underneath all of that, sensitivity that's being protected, there's transformation. And that is Pluto's domain. And ultimately, Scorpio uncovers the truth. That's the stinger, right? Goes straight to the unconscious and brings it forward. So Scorpio has an incredible gift to intuit. And then the things that Scorpio intuits are secrets, power struggles, control issues, right? When you're not acting from a place of compassion or service, intentions that are not for everyone's highest good. This is the stuff that Scorpio uncovers, and then it embodies the transformation, the change, the restoration to forgive and to forget. And this is what water does so well. It flushes away. It allows you to just feel the amazing healing energy of forgiveness and compassion. Now, new moons, of course, are a beginning cycle. They arrive every month and allow us to reset and begin fresh and just really embody that feeling. And so with this opposition to Uranus, the beginning will be unexpected. You can just know that there will be some spontaneous energy surges, curiosity that will appear, things that feel extraordinary or out of the ordinary. There'll be a great focus on freedom and a great call to action to empower yourself to liberate whatever it is that is holding you back. Now, this Uranus energy can sometimes be disruptive because there's a nervous energy to it. And that's why with Uranus and Taurus, it's wonderful because Taurus is an earth sign, and it holds the space for Uranus to create freedom without too much disruption, though of course, sometimes there still is disruption. So tying into those Uranian intuitive quick thoughts, Uranus rules the higher mind, it really ties into the numerology code as well, because we are in a 7 universal month in November, and we are in a 5 universal year in 2021, and 5 and 7 are in the mind triad in numerology. And so that triad is very much about quick decisions, lightning, intuitive insights, adventure, and risk. And so the awakening in both the numbers and with this major exact Uranus opposition is huge. So think of this as a major awakening as well. So what is the awakening for? Well, the degree number 12 shows us that we are stepping into a place where we feel free to live our life on our terms without giving away our power, because that's the only way we can get disempowered. So that's one of the important themes. Another important theme is the uncovering of truth that was hidden or that was just unconscious, and also grounding energy so that we can feel the beauty of life again through music, through good food, through friends, everything we value, the abundance of life, the pleasure of life. And these are all the building blocks then, all of them, of feeling secure within, feeling at peace, feeling joyful. So that's one thing. And then we also have a T-square to Saturn that's created by the moon and by Uranus. So they're opposite each other, and then they both form a square to Saturn. Now, Uranus has been squaring Saturn all year. It's off and on. And the final meeting between the two that's exact is on Christmas Eve, the 24th of December. So we're building up to that now. However, this T-square is already bringing it back into our conscious awareness. So what this square between Uranus and Saturn has been all about is setting yourself free from any restrictions, especially on what you value. So this is an important time to not be impatient with others as people discover how they really feel. Disagreeing with how they feel makes no sense, because it is their life to feel and to experience and not yours. So certainly sharing the journey with others where we respect that everybody is unique and we're all in this together at the same time. This is the paradox, because really there is no need to separate ourselves just because we disagree with someone. And so this square is showing us in a big way that there is a sense of divine order, right? Because Saturn governs the sense of order in our life. And then there's the human created, organizational, imposed order, which our heart instinctively rebels against. And Uranus is the rebel. And Uranus will rebel if there is an instinctual sense of being shut down by man-made organizational structures. And this is the theme all year. So the good news about this T-square is that it involves the sun and moon and Mars and Mercury as well, because Mars is conjunct Mercury. Mercury's in end of Libra. Mars is in early Scorpio. And it's a sort of a major meetup in a part of the zodiac. And these two signs, Mars and Mercury, help us liberate our mind. We can literally stop relying so much on that thought stream that keeps us sort of enslaved. I mean, the thought stream itself is a form of enslavement because it's just regurgitating the past. Only our intuition is functional in the present moment. The mind is just helping us navigate, right? But it is not to solve and bring wisdom and insights and solutions. That is always an intuitive download that then is translated by the mind, right? So Mars coming in with Mercury, Mars in Scorpio, so really instinctual, very powerful. And then Mercury in Libra, which is very balanced. Libra is an air sign. Mercury likes air signs. This is really giving you an open-mindedness. And what's helping it too is that there's the trine from Jupiter to Mercury, which is absolutely lovely. It's very optimistic energy, very good for anything to communicate in a positive way, especially if it is important, especially at this time. And, you know, we have this sense now with Jupiter in Aquarius. Jupiter's spending its last few weeks in Aquarius now for the next 12 years, and then it moves into Pisces. So take advantage of this very joyful energy in Aquarius right now. It is giving us the real sense of liberation brings joy. You know, that ideal really about freedom is equivalent to joy. And without freedom, life is very restrictive, and it's much more challenging when you don't feel free to express yourself, to be in that place of joy. So the rebellion, the liberation themes are big, the passionate energy big, and then of course overall covering everything above that is the intuition. Because with the 11 date, with Uranus opposite the actual new moon, with Scorpio, my gosh, we have profound depths here that we can cover. And really, this is about silence. When you really are in a place where you are listening, truly listening, it's the spaces between the words, right? It's in music, the rests between the notes that allow us to appreciate the mystery. So silence is the deepest waters of the ocean. There is no sound. That's where creation happens. And Scorpio is that deep water sign. So we have this infinite universe and this infinite abundance that's available to us. And tuning into that with a chattering mind is not even possible. So coming in vibrational alignment with this incredible abundance requires us to appreciate it through gratitude, which again is done in silence. It's a breath. It's an in-breath as we appreciate, and a sharing of that gratitude as we release the breath. So if you want more abundance, and abundance is also a big theme. There are lots of big themes, as I said. If you want that sense, and I'm sure you do, Taurus governs financial flow and pleasure and wealth, and Scorpio's also connected to the financial flow, the sense of energy exchange between you and others. If you want more abundance, then change the inside. You really, for anything that you want more of in your life, whether it's love, whether it's joy, abundance, friends, you change the inside first. Your frequency aligns with that first. Then it comes to you because you are actually tuning into that station, in this case, abundance. And so it changes the quality of everything you do, everything you think, everything you feel. And if you give yourself permission to go there, your feelings will shift and you literally will change your emotions. And that will change your actions. It will put in motion something that is aligned with the very thing that you've been wanting, because you've now aligned with it through action, through feeling, through thought. So that comes from within. And Scorpio, if it does anything, it goes to the inner resources, right, where all the secrets are, and allows you to get in touch with that. So your interaction with the world comes from how you feel within. What you attract is first here and then comes to you, right? It's like you're a magnet for what it is you focus on, what it is that you are resonating with inside. And Scorpio is allowing us to see those secrets and to make them truth, make them visible. This is the time, right? So as a result of doing that, you'll be able to manifest and create everything that allows you to feel joyful and empowered and in service. And this is really the point of life, is to express your divinity and to feel like you are a divine being, that you resonate with light, that you can love no matter what the other person is thinking that you don't agree with, that the disagreements don't matter. They're just part of living in a world of differences. This is really the sense that we are all one. Water is all one with everything. It is the one element that can flow anywhere. Air and fire and earth are not able to do that, but water is. So water connects us all. And Scorpio now is evolving into this very compassionate experience, right? It's not about control over others. This Plutonian idea, right? Pluto being the ruler of, you can only feel good if you have power over others. because in the course of doing that, the energy is totally lopsided. There's the disempowered and the people who are in power. That is the shift that is now totally being disrupted. So we have a lot of T-squares going on. We had a T-square in the last full moon in Aries, and now we have a T-square in this new moon in Scorpio. And coming up next is an eclipse, the first of two. There'll be another T-square in that one, and that one's actually a very joyful one. And these T-squares are making sure that we are acting. So T-squares are literally like, get going, do your thing, right? Not thinking so much, but do your thing, like tune in. And this is it. This is a moment to cherish, a moment of great healing and wonderful opportunities to get out of the rut of, what am I going to do about this? You can do something about anything that happens in your life, right? You don't have to comply with any energy that does not resonate with your soul. And that's the ultimate message here. So have a truly wonderful new moon in Scorpio. There are an abundance of energy shifts with this one. And remember your own star code as well. If you want to discover everything about your birthday, your birth name, your destiny, your life purpose, go to starcodeclass.com. Enjoy that free masterclass and the free handout you get. And it tells you so much about who you are at soul level. And it helps you understand others as well, which is where compassion arises, right? So enjoy that masterclass at starcodeclass.com. Have a beautiful new moon, and I'll see you in next week's Star Codes podcast. Lots of love.